residents of Orleans. I have just completed my last debate this morning at Fallingbrook Community Elementary School, and I was struck by one of the questions that came from a youth who approached me after our debate. This young woman looked me straight in the eyes and she asked me if I was serious about climate change. If when I was elected I was really going to do all that I had said, or if I was just talking mumbo jumbo. And having heard that, I felt compelled to make this little video to talk about a lot of the anxiety I'm hearing from youth and from adults alike about the climate situation we're facing. I wanted to give some parents some insights on how to handle these questions coming from our youth who are experiencing a lot of fear and anxiety when it comes to our climate situation. As a registered psychotherapist, I deal on a daily basis with people who are struggling with anxiety, depression, and all sorts of difficult feelings. And the first thing I'd say is how important it is to hold space for those feelings. It's normal to feel anxious when we're hearing every day in the news of different natural disasters occurring all over the world. So I think the first step is invalidating those feelings and holding space, making it okay to feel scared, because I think a lot of us are scared. Now, what to do with all this fear? What to do with feelings of powerlessness also, because sometimes we don't know what we can do. It's also really important to get information and to distinguish fact from fiction. When we understand clearly what's happening, when we have a greater rational understanding, that can provide us with some reassurance. So that's a first step, understanding. But from there, where do we go? I often tell my clients that the only way to, get rid of fear is to actually go through with it. We can't just take fear and extract it and remove it as we'd like to, because it's a very uncomfortable feeling. But what ultimately conquers fear is when we act. Often we imagine worst case scenarios, and our imaginations can, feed into our anxiety and make it worse than what it seems. But when we face the fear, when we move forward with it, we realize that we're capable, that we have power, that there's something we can do. In fact, that's largely what motivated me to run in this federal election, because I was tired of feeling powerless and I was tired of feeling scared, and I felt I needed to do something. So perhaps as a youth or as a parent, you can think about what it is you can do. One thing that is so important to do is to vote, to get out there and make it clear to your political leaders where you stand on climate change. And aside from that, there is a lot of research and information out there about what we can do as individuals and as communities to make a difference when it comes to fighting the climate crisis and to engaging in bettering our world. Thanks so much for taking the time. I look forward to meeting you, to speaking with you, and to working together to address the climate crisis in our community.